6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The caretaker Prime Minister has directed the diplomats to effectively and frequently highlight Pakistan's position on Kashmir and Palestine issues. The caretaker Information Minister says decision to postpone or hold the elections is the constitutional prerogative of the Election Commission of Pakistan. Security forces have killed 2 terrorists in an intelligence-based operation in Tank district. Kashmiris on both sides of the line of control and the world over are observing the right to self-determination day today. 37 Palestinians have been martyred in the unabated Israeli attacks and bombardment on Gaza. On the third day of the Sydney cricket test against Australia, Pakistan in the second innings were 68 runs for the loss of 7 wickets at stumps today. And now the news in detail. The caretaker Prime Minister Anwarul Haque has directed the diplomats to effectively and frequently highlight Pakistan's position on Kashmir and Palestine issues. The Prime Minister issued these directives during a meeting with the Ambassador of Pakistan to the United States, Sardar Masood Khan, and the High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, Dr. Mohammad Faisal, in Islamabad today. Sardar Masood Khan and Dr. Mohammad Faisal briefed the Prime Minister about the performance of their missions. The Prime Minister said Pakistani diplomats should conduct roadshows to attract foreign investors for projects launched under the platform of the Special Investment Facilitation Council. Pakistan's permanent representative to the United Nations, Munir Akram, called on the caretaker Prime Minister Anwarul Haque in Islamabad today. During the meeting, the Prime Minister appreciated Munir Akram for effectively representing Pakistan's position on the Palestine issue at the platform of the United Nations. He also directed him to frequently highlight Pakistan's position on the Kashmir issue at the United Nations. The Prime Minister said identifying opportunities for the economic welfare of the country at the international level should be the first priority of all diplomatic representatives of Pakistan. The Senate today passed a resolution demanding the schedule for the 8th February general elections be postponed to facilitate the participation of people from all areas and belonging to all political shades in the electioneering process. The resolution moved by Dilawar Khan alluded to the cold weather conditions in Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and surge in terror incidents in the country, stressing this delay aims to protect and uphold the constitutional rights to political participation. The resolution expressed the confidence in the ability of the Election Commission to effectively manage and oversee the revised election schedule, ensuring the integrity and fairness of the election process. The caretaker Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Murtaza Solangi, has said the decision to postpone or organize the elections is the constitutional prerogative of the Election Commission of Pakistan. Talking to the media outside the Parliament House in Islamabad today, he said the government cannot interfere in the affairs of any other constitutional body. Commenting on the resolution passed by the Senate today seeking postponement of the February 8 elections, the minister said he did not find an opportunity to present his arguments regarding the resolution. He said there are no directions from the Prime Minister or the Cabinet for the postponement of polls in the country. He said giving polls date or changing it is the sole prerogative of the Election Commission under Article 218, Clause 3 of the Constitution. The President, Dr. Arif Alvi, has approved the reconstitution of the Council of Common Interest. The caretaker Prime Minister will be the chairman of the Council. All the 4 caretaker chief ministers of the provinces will be the members of the Council. The caretaker federal ministers for finance, privatization and law will be among the council's members. This is Radio Pakistan. The caretaker Minister for Religious Affairs and Interfaith Harmony, Anik Ahmed, has said the government is taking concrete steps to promote interfaith harmony in the country. Speaking at a seminar regarding interfaith harmony in Islamabad today, he said Islam is a religion of peace and Islamic teachings emphasize respect of the believers of all religions. The minister said Islam gives complete liberty to the people to exercise their beliefs and the minorities enjoy equal freedom and safety in Pakistan. The World Tourism Organization has declared Pakistan as the best country for tourism during the outgoing year 2023. This was stated by the Secretary Interior during a meeting with the delegation of Pakistan Association of Tour Operators in Islamabad today. The delegation apprised the Secretary Interior about the problems and also presented suggestions for tourism development. The Secretary Interior said promotion of tourism is the top priority of the government. He also assured the delegation for the resolution of its issues. Repatriation of illegal foreign nationals, including Afghans, to their homeland is continuing in a dignified and safe manner. According to the latest statistics, 1,138 more illegal Afghan nationals returned to their country yesterday. So far, over 459,000 illegal Afghans have been repatriated. The security forces have killed 2 terrorists, including a high-value target, Gul Yusuf alias Tur, during an intelligence-based operation in Tang district. The local populace have appreciated the efforts of the security forces in maintaining peace and stability in the area. In a statement, ISPR reiterated Pakistan's firm commitment to eliminate the menace of terrorism. Kashmiris on both sides of the line of control and the world over observe the right to self-determination day to day to remind the international community, particularly the United Nations, of its obligations regarding the settlement of the Kashmir dispute. On this day in 1949, the United Nations passed a resolution supporting the Kashmiris' inalienable right to decide their future by themselves through the United Nations supervised plebiscite. The all-party conference leaders in organizations in their statements in Srinagar said the United Nations' failure to implement the resolutions on Jammu and Kashmir has resulted in the continued suffering of the people of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The caretaker Foreign Minister Jalil Abbas Jalani has urged the international community, especially the United Nations, to play its due role to enable the Kashmiris to exercise their inalienable right to self-determination as per the United Nations Security Council resolutions. In his message on the Right to Self-Determination Day, he also called upon the world to ensure an immediate cessation of human rights violations and the restoration of the rights of the Kashmiri people. The Prime Minister's Special Assistant for Human Rights, Mashal Hussain Malik, has urged the international community to take practical steps to hold India accountable for its gross and widespread human rights violations in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Addressing a seminar in connection with the Right to Self-Determination Day in Islamabad today, she also called upon India to allow unfettered access to the international observers and human rights organizations to the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. At least 37 Palestinians have been martyred in the Israeli attacks and bombardment in Gaza. Heavy bombardment has been reported near Darul Bala and the Burej refugee camps. The martyrdom toll of Palestinians in Gaza has now risen to over 22,600. North Korea has fired more than 200 rounds of artillery shells off its west coast towards the South Yongpyong Island. South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff said the act threatens peace on the Korean peninsula. And now cricket. On the third day of the third and last cricket test against Australia at Sydney, Pakistan in the second innings was 68 runs for the loss of 7 wickets at stumps today. Earlier, Australia in the first innings were all out for 299 runs. Australia lead the series 2-0. The scores so far: Pakistan 313 and 68 runs for the loss of 7 wickets, Australia 299 runs. And finally, the weather report. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while very cold conditions have been forecast for northern parts and northern Balochistan during the next 12 hours. However, dense fog and smog is likely to persist in Islamabad, Punjab, Upper Sindh and the plain areas of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.